Is it that every school year, backstory, my entire school is white people. I'm sorry. Anyways, it's Utah up in there. Crustables, bread, sentient snowmen, privileged primates. That's a new one. I am using that. Anyways, all up in there, it's the white people. And then there's me. I'm fairly light for a mixed person. Just like, but to them, I'm black as can be. Because it's Utah in there. It's Utah. This is them. This is me. You can see how they think I'm black. So I'm going to be going over the things that I am experiencing every day. Well, first of all, it's at least one racist joke a day since first grade. When I say since first grade, before you, but they didn't know they're 6. Well, now they're 13. And I get the same thing. In first grade, someone said, if I turn off the lights, will you disappear? But no, Jimmy, if I turn on the lights, will it bounce off your skin? If it snows, will I be able to see you? What are these questions, guys? And then there's, in first grade, did you roll in dirt? Where do they come up with these things? Ever. And then now, there is this other kid, Bradley. He would, anytime he found anything black, whether it was a black pencil, black backpack, black computer. Guys, you can't see me anymore. Anyways, he would hold it up to my skin like this. And then he'd say, where'd it go? Now, before you think, oh, Brooklyn, are you okay? Are you gonna kill yourself? No, twin, I'm good. Well, I've just learned to roll with it. And if you don't laugh, then you're a buzzkill. And you're not funny, you can't take a joke. Anyways, then there's all the boys going for, I have an amazing boyfriend, by the way, but whatever. They all go for the white girls because that's all they've ever known. So they see a black girl and they're, well, black, twin, I'm fairly light. Anyways, when they see a mixed girl, they're like, oh no, that shit not see. Anyways, then there's also the, what was I gonna say? The I wish I was a white girl phase. Oh, you just saw my feet. Oh, that's scary. I'm putting these down. Tell me why third grade me in the summer didn't want to go outside because I thought I was going to get too tan. Tell me why I started trying to put on my mom's foundation. My mom is white, by the way. So, anyways, thanks everybody at my school, whoever made a joke about my skin, because you gave me character development. And then there's cheer. Oh, fuck no. The cheer coaches are like, because it's basically Utah in here, bro. Anyways, the cheer coaches are like, you need to straighten your hair for competition. You cannot curl it. I was allowed to wear it in a curly ponytail. But what? And guys, no, smoky eye. They're like, you must do a smoky eye. No! And it has to be a black smoky eye. That does not work with my skin color. It looks like I just took some mud off the ground and no! I asked them if I could do it with gold and they said no. Guess how that turned out. And then there's political views. Now I will not be exposing my political views, but just so everyone at this goddamn school seems to be against my rights. Anyways, so that's really coquette of them. Then there's also just stuff with women that they're against, but that's for everybody. Anyways, on to the next thing. I have a list. Let me get my list. The universal, what are you? What do you mean? What do you mean, what am I? I'm a fuck-ass human. So then I tell them a unicorn half the time. I say unicorn. But for those who want to know, for those who don't know, my mother, Norwegian, I think, and Caucasian. And then my father, that also comes with the question, which of your parents is black? Anyways, and then my daddy is Panamanian and black. So that's what I am, guys. Not knowing what to do with my hair, / being insecure about my hair, / straightening it on picture days. So everyone around me has this this straight with a little bit of curl. Whatever, man. If everyone has that, I'm gonna try to do that, right? So I hated my hair down, even though it made me look. Now in my videos, I try to put it down as much as possible, because whenever I put my hair up, chopped. And those are always the videos that go viral. Why? I don't, whatever. So I'm always doing slick backs, because I hate this thingy, like the bumpies, because people would go, you have a bump in your hair? No, it's not a bump. It's a texture. This is not a bump. This is how my hair moves. And then there's the way I had to go to a curl stylist 45 minutes away from my home because I didn't know what to do with my hair ever. And it stayed at this default length. It's much longer now, but white people can't tell because shrinkage. Anyways, it stayed at this length. I think where this is right now, curly, that's what it looked like straight. So it was up here. Well, that's what it looked like when you pulled it. So it was up here. And it just stayed like that for years because it kept breaking. So I gotta fight myself not to get on a whole rant about this, but everyone who's white, I get 3 people that I look like. You look like Ginny from Ginny in Georgia. You look like Deja Clark from Glow House, but she's not in Glow House. I don't know, man. And you look like Zendaya. No, I don't. It's the way I don't. But all they see is they're like, oh, Ginny's mixed, Zendaya's mixed, and Deja's mixed, and they have curly hair. That does not make us the same. What if I told you, I'm gonna use my friend for this example, but she's studying, just by the way. What if I said, Stella looks like, I'm trying to think of brown-haired white celebrities. There's a lot of them, but I can't think. I'm trying to think literally any show I've ever watched. If I said she looked like Winona Ryder, people would go insane. People would be like, where are the similarities? There are not. We don't have the same face shape. We don't have the same eye shape. We don't have the same facial structure. We don't have the same features. We don't have the same color. We don't look the same. But to them, to white people, we do. Because they can't tell people from a different race that look different from each other. People are different people. Just because of the color of their skin or their hair does not mean they're the same person. Sorry. What if I said Embry Cortland, the like girl who's friends with Deja? Guys, I don't keep up with this. My friends are. Not friends. It's the fake people that are sending me these videos. Embry Cortland. If I said she looked like, I can't think of this. If I said she looked like Sydney Sweeney, people would say, where? They don't look the same at all. Anyways, I've made my point. Look on my list. Then there is people, can you say the N-word? First of all, the amount of white people at my school that are just out, they're like, it was a tear. What are you talking about? First of all, I don't think anybody should be saying this because it was originally used for dehumanizing when people were stir. So I feel like no one should say it, but why are these white ass cracker ass paper ass kids? I'm gonna play the one video of the kid who sings it. What are these kids like? So yes, I have said it. Mainly from social pressure, but yes, I do say it. Not casually, but I have said it before. So, and then there is people walking up to you and comparing your skin tone to theirs. What are they on? This girl went to Hawaii, I think. No, she went to Mexico. She came up to me at school and she goes, Brooklyn, we're twins! And holds her hand up together. And I was still darker. And then I was just like, guess I'm still a little darker. And she said, well, you have that built in you. Yes, so why are you coming up to me? And I can't do this, bro. Then there's strangers petting your hair. Tell me why every old white lady teacher I've had has come up behind my desk and just, while I'm working, miss, how about I take your scraggly ass, thin ass blonde hair and just like, no. And then I'm like, please stop. I say it so politely or else I'm gonna get hit with another thing. Are you gonna jump me? Y'all know in 69.9, I'm not saying this to be joking, but almost 70% of the people arrested were white. Shocking! And then 24% was black. This was said by the FBI. And some 4% maybe was different races. So y'all Mexicans, that y'all are like Did you hop over the border? That's another thing. Other races. If you're any other race than white in my school, get ready for the jokes. Because why is there a kid in my class who has the slightest amount of Asian in him? You can't tell he says he's Asian, but people still are like, can you do my math homework? Did you bring me rice? Shut up. And then there's this Indian kid, shout out Mahan, who is low-key kind of weighing, but besides the point. People are also like, Mahan, are you 30 because you're from India? I don't know, man. I don't know what they say. I'm not in Mahan's circle. Well, I low-key am. I don't know, man. But there's jokes about every other race except for white. Y'all are not supreme. You used to be. How about I enslave you? Just kidding. I think. Anyways, I can hear myself blinking. I bet I can hear that, or else I'm gonna be schizophrenic. Anyways, the FBI said that most people committing crimes were whites. Also, a certain political figure that I hate, it is not a president, but he did die. And the people with the crosses in their names, I'm sorry, guys, I'm Christian, I promise. But it's always the people with the crosses in their name that are no and are rooting for these people. Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm going to get hate. I'm going to get death threats if I say this. Anyways, he died, just so y'all know. I'm not giving my thoughts about this, but he said something about they were better off, blacks were better off in the 1940s. They committed less crimes. White people commit more crimes than black people. What are you on about? You're supposed to be a good debater. Why did you not do your research? Also, I'm not saying that there are no black people or Hispanic people that are in jail or bad. There's a lot of black people that are bad, but there's more white men that are bad. Just saying. But since people are fed this thing since they're little that black people are in those gangs, black people sell drugs, black people kill each other, or there's all these black rappers, people are like, black people will kill you. Whatever. I'm never getting accepted to colleges, am I? Oops. Anyways, back to my subject about being mixed. I totally lost the plot for a second. Oh. This one's just a single statement. Being asked if I was adopted. People calling your black parents scary. I have one other black friend and her mom is black. My dad is black. And I originally thought it was just because he's 6'4", but I knew in the back of my mind it's because he's black. And these people haven't seen a black man ever, except in Walmart when they were 3. Anyways, so I knew from that, and then my friend was just like, people call my mom scary. And I was just like, why? She's like, oh, because she's black. I was like, that makes so much sense. My dad is a football coach. If y'all want a clip of my dad, he's not the scary one. It's my mother's crash outs that are scary, when she's just like, no one does shit. I do every meaning. You are worthless. My dad is not scary, bro. It's my mother. And then I was like, who's the scary parent? She was like, my dad. I was like, and she's like, just because my mom is black. Anytime my hair is not down, being asked if it's a weave. What? No. Also, I've never had to deal with this, but I know some people who go to black, whites. I know some people who have this, deal with this. I've dealt with the, you're not white enough, you're not black enough. I've dealt with the, you're not white enough, or you're too black. But I've never had to deal with the, you're not black enough. Because this is my skin color to everybody, so I've never had to deal with the, you're too white. Next is no one being able to do my hair. Because what do you mean? I'm at some sleepover, and I got some white mom named Linda trying to chase me, trying to brush my hair so that she can braid it. Linda, no, I do not want to feel included in this. Because I'm going to look this whole sleepover, unless I want to shove my head in a sink and then have soaking wet hair. I'll show you a picture of my bed head. That's not brushed out. That's after I slept. The bonnet, by the way. With the bonnet. Oh, people, when someone came over to my house, you have a real bonnet? I thought only black people used those. Sorry, I thought for big guys. Also, being called these names when people find out you're mixed. I actually prefer these, over the racial slurs. So instead of people being like, whoa, can I see you in the night sky? Or when the lights turn off in the classroom and someone's like, where'd Brooklyn go? Anyways, I prefer this. People will call me an Oreo. They're like, you're black on the outside, but you're actually white on the inside. That's because all I see is white people for 1,000 yards. All I see is white people everywhere. They're haunting my dreams. I have the urge to move to Brazil so I can feel pretty. Whoa, trauma dump. Anyways, or they call me a mixed breed. What? Or exotic? I am a human being. And just like I'm white too. I know all y'all see is the black side. I'm white too. Oh, being asked if I sunburn. Actually, for those of you who are curious, I do not sunburn. I just tan. Which was bad for 3rd grade me because I was like, no, I will not be doing this. Because I thought I'd look extra black, which I did. I'm gonna show you some. I was so dark. The summer before that. No, actually, I think it was 3rd grade. The summer that I was dark. In 4th grade that I was like, I don't want to go tan. I missed out on so much fun. We went to this water park and I didn't go. Thank you for making me insecure. I need to bleep out these names because I think she found my channel. Wait, I can't give that information either. We're going to be civil. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rant. That's about it. Please share your experiences in the comments because I am not alone. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Hopefully you're not bullied today if you're mixed. I heart you. My top lip.